The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Philadelphia Eagles and our home team. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Step run 80, 390. Ready?
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
At the 19-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Black 15. Check 53 is mine. Check pass, check pass.
Now Gordon on first down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. From the gun, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tackled there by Rayshawn Jenkins.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, it's Howard. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. A good run by Jordan Howard. And now another first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Tackle made by Thomas Davis.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Rayshawn Jenkins picks it off. And that pitch just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
Following the interception here, Rivers being chased out left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Mike Williams, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Play fake, Rivers. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
We got him. A loss of 10 brings up 3rd and goal.
We're scoreless after 1.
With no score.
Back at the 16 now after the sack. Here's 3rd and goal.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Y'all playing.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Badgley's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Deep ball for Jeffrey. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
On play action, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play, had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 15. 31 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball. Get that ball. Check three. Check three. Check three.
They go play action. Rivers. Allen's got it complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job is a little bit easier for this halftime.
We need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 20-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense.
From the red zone now, Rivers. It's Williams on the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rivers. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. Their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The former third-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Wentz rolling to his left. And he's going to go down again. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Eagles nothing.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
31-yard line.
Set, green 80. Set, 180. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now, 3rd and long.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Casey Hayward, the Pro Bowler, there to knock it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw, it's Wentz. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down.